Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so my voice is a little scratchy, and I sneeze every now and then. Please do not hold it against me. Oh, that's right. We were doing a quest for Leonard. Interesting name. Oh, right. I have to give him swords. Ooh, and there's our handsome son of a gun. Alright, Wulfrun. Might be some frame drops, but I think I fixed most of the issues. Is that a Flamberge? Ooh, that's the next level of sword, I think.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Yeah, I know, guys, but first we need to go get some... Wait,
Hail! I've not forgotten what you did.
Oh, okay.
Helping me save my brother. Would that I could return the...
I think I did this quest off screen.
Our weapons are being kept in yon storeroom. Those cowards stationed in and around it.
Okay.
So, mayhap we could distract them.
Are you mad? We're simple. Alright, how's this? We'll draw the guards' attention, giving you... You'll do
Sure.
it then? Right! You...
What do you think you're doing here? Halt!
Sword. Trusty sword. More swords. Haha. Just go give them back to Leonard.
I beg of you. Nowhere to go.
I really hate the Queen's men. I cannot wait till we deal with this Queen. Let her know what a bitch she is. Leonard? Hey, Leonard.
How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for us?
Yeah, I got 4 of them.
You've reclaimed our weapons. Well done, sir. I'm certain the other villagers shall be glad to arm themselves with their weapons.
Probably.
Of choice. My thanks. I'd wager we stand a fighting chance now. The time has come to leave this village behind.
Where's your awesome
With
sword
this,
go?
the people of Mel can make their escape.
Oh, we're
I've
gonna
got
flip.
you cornered, rat. Don't fret, I've got you. With me.
We're gonna fight them.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Oh, this is a hard fight. Oh. Gotcha, bitch.
Foe approach.
Hi.
Courage.
That guy just got murked.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Oh yeah, they're all dying quick now. Why do these guys have more HP than most monsters?
This cannot be.
Yeah, we won, bitch.
Retreat! We must withdraw and regroup.
Yeah, you picked a fight with a dude twice the size of you, with a sword bigger than you.
You have my gratitude for all you've done on our behalf. We'll make for the village Ulrika, staying in on our own from here.
Good.
If I were you, I'd leave this place afore reinforcements arrive. At any rate, this is where we part ways. But if you're of a mind to visit, know that we'll welcome you into our new homes with open arms.
Sure. Bring word of Mel to Ulrika in a few days' time. Yeah, we're gonna leave here for sure. And then we're gonna head back. I want to finish this quest line, so we might just sleep a few times. Yep, sit. Oh, it's so good to be playing this game again. I love this game so much. Okay, are you gonna let me go anywhere?
I'm not taking any passengers just now.
Well, why
I'm
not?
not taking any passengers just...
Ugh! Okay, that's fine. Do I have a fairy stone? I doth not have a fairy stone. Ooh, I have 2 of these, though. Oh, wait. What? Remy? You guys probably hear my daughter going, do, 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 in the background. Okay.
It's this way.
Not taking any visitors just now. Well, I guess I could sleep here. And then take the wagon the next day. I'm liking this look. It's not as good of armor as the other stuff, and we might go full plate one of these days. I do miss how there was like wet undershirts and overshirts in Dragon's Dogma 1. Is that like literally a tit holster? I imagine they wanted you to put this on a female character. But you know what? Wulfrun is very confident.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Thanks, Briar.
Excellent find.
Wulfrun is very confident in his tibbies. Oh, there's no one here. Oh, everyone's leaving the village. Okay, yeah, we can get the we can GTFO. Yeah, we'll just make our way on foot for a little while, at least. I like the open world enough, and I never actually did finish going all the way on foot that way. Do you have... No.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
But no. Thank you, Sam.
I'm not taking any passengers.
Okay, fine, whatever. We're gonna go back to the capital and sleep. For a couple days.
Fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Is it?
Shall we see if there's ought to be found while we're here?
Sure! Let's look around. Greenware-ish. Thank you. Okay, now we're gonna head all the way back up. What equipment do I have, actually? It's been a few days since I played the game. Okay, so equipped, I have Ring of Exaltation. And then I have the wolf pelt, which is pretty cool. Oh, it boosts my defense a lot. But I like the way Wulfrun looks. Fine, whatever.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Not right now, Remy. We're just gonna keep going the way we're going. I also hate the way my character breathes with his voice. I thought I changed his voice to something a little different. Oh, I didn't go in here yet, actually, even though we opened it.
Is that a statue I espy over yonder?
We ought to take a closer look.
What's in here? Oh, it is a statue. Neat.
As a matter of fact, every master I've ever served has favored different tactics. One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists.
Huh!
Fascinating.
I'm sure you find that fascinating as a range specialist yourself, Remy. Guys, let's go.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. I
Dead.
grant you lightning fangs.
Is that all of them? Yeah. Good job, everyone. Hello, dear. Oh. This is just back to the camp. That's neat. We're just gonna keep on trucking. I hate that voice. I need to edit his voice again, I think. Whoa. Thank you.
One never can have too many of these. Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
I don't even know what they are. Oh, cool. Oh, there's a campsite over here. If we needed it. Which we don't yet. Still daytime. We're not even halfway there, but what city is this? You can get over to Harv Village.
We've no cause to visit a campsite as yet, methinks.
No, we do not.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labor.
Oh, I missed. Good job, guys. Oh. I keep missing with that. Good job, team.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Yes, we did,
We
Remy.
mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each
Gosh, this
trial
game's
as it
pretty.
comes.
So, in sad news that happened recently, Larian announced they're not going to be working on Baldur's Gate 4 or Baldur's Gate 3 DLC, which made me sad, but I also got very excited because they were saying that they're working on a new game, which I'm pretty convinced is Divinity Original Sin 4 or 3? Yeah, 3. It's Divinity 3, which I'm totally okay with. I love the Divinity games. Oh god. Get it. Strike.
Let my magic
Oh, I was just right in the face. He's dead. Good job, everyone. Yeah, so we're getting probably Divinity Original Sin 3 in the somewhat near future, which I'm very excited about. I am not one of those people that says Divinity Original Sin 2 was better than Baldur's Gate 3, because some people have said that, and frankly, they're just fucking wrong. Like, you can like Divinity better than Baldur's Gate all you want, but just objectively from a, like, how good the game looks, how good the game plays, mechanically, I will accept arguments that Divinity is better. Because that... You could make that argument because of the way the game plays, because it's a lot more versatile and a lot more strategic.
Let us not
Like,
get ahead of ourselves.
Divinity requires a lot more strategy than Baldur's Gate does. If those are like, Baldur's Gate requires a lot of strategy. It does on Honor Mode in Tactician. Divinity required strategy on the easiest difficulty, frankly. And it's one of my favorite games of all time, but y'all know me. There are some RPGs that I play for the gameplay / story, both. Example, Dragon's Dogma 2, the Mass Effect trilogy. There are some games I only play for the combat, like, frankly, the Souls games.
Come to think of it,
Now, while I say
things
that,
have gone unchanged for a while now.
yes, they
As
have.
a result, we move as one.
Yay! We're a good team. But, the Souls games have
I see a
great,
ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here.
have
We'll have
great
to get up there and drop it down.
lore. They really do. The lore of those games is phenomenal.
The way forward is unclear.
The stories, though?
How are we to proceed?
Allow me, master. 'Tis within my reach.
Then go,
Time for
Briar.
assistance?
Like, the Souls games have... Their story is awful. It's really bad.
I would be glad to demonstrate the efficacy of my mage skills, should you desire magical assistance. Might I be of assistance?
Ooh. Yay, I found a thing. But... Like, Elden Ring and Sekiro are the only ones that really have a good plot by any stretch of the imagination. Like Baldur's Gate, or not Baldur's Gate, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 have great lore, amazing world, but the story's kind of meh. Honestly, the best Souls game, like straight up Souls, like game has the souls of the title, story is Demon Souls. Because it actually has a story that's cohesive and makes sense within the world, and it's a story about what's happening now. Like, the things that are important did not happen hundreds of years ago. I mean, some of them did, but like, that's not the focus of Demon Souls. The focus of Demon Souls is what the hell is going on right now, which is what a story should be. Not lore from thousands of years ago and like, now you have to deal with it. Which, granted, lore from thousands of years ago can lead into your plot, but there has to be other factors, like maybe an antagonist who is directly trying to lead into the old past and make things how they used to be, or bring back some ancient enemy. Like, I've had villains in my D&D campaigns and books who their whole thing was trying to bring back an ancient threat. Like, there's some ancient threat that people have forgotten about, and there's villains trying to bring them back. That's fine. Like, that's A-okay. But straight up just going, nah, the only things that are important are in the past. That's bad writing, frankly.
We watch each other's backs.
And you know what other game had good writing for a Souls game? Elden Ring. And you know who wrote Elden Ring? George R. R. Martin. So of course the story was good. I will say Dark Souls games, they got better individual story-wise as they went. Honestly, Dark Souls 2 has a better one than 3, or than 1. Sorry, Dark Souls 3 is the best Dark Souls game, like, without a doubt. Like, there's no debate there. Like, Dark Souls 3 is the best Dark Souls game. Dark Souls 1, and I'm gonna piss some people off saying this, is the worst Dark Souls game. But the worst Souls-born hero game, whatever. To me, the worst one is probably either Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2. They're all great games. I'm going to preface that by saying every single one of them is amazing. Is an amazing game. Like, every single one of them is an amazing, phenomenal video game. But compared to other games, it's not really even like, story-wise, they're trash. They're not trash, but for some of the best RPGs in the history of the world, their stories are pretty mid. But also, this whole purpose of this is I was saying that I play some games for their story, some games for their combat, some games for their gameplay, all that good stuff. And Baldur's Gate 3 had fun gameplay, but I was not there for the gameplay. If I was there for the gameplay, I would have done my Let's Play on Tactician or Honor Mode. Which I have done Tactician, and I've not yet succeeded in Honor Mode run, but I have one currently going that is going okay. I had to restart one today, frankly, because I did not expect the Spider Matriarch to be the last thing in Act... The last thing I did in Act 1 was the Fae Spider Matriarch, and she wrecked me. And I was sitting there like, I've beaten the Grimforge Protector, and this is the boss fight that wrecks me? But anyway. But then, there's games that I play for the gameplay and story, like Dragon's Dogma, The Witcher, certain other games. Oh, I'm dazed. Did he just box my ears? Gotcha, bitch. Level up! God, fighting the big enemies as a warrior just makes you absurdly powerful. You're just fucking busted fighting against the big enemies as a warrior. Oh my god, dude.
I'll go and open the chest. We would do well to keep our distance.
Scale band.
Indeed, one never can be too cautious.
This supposed to come this way? But anyway, so Dragon's Dogma 2 so far, I thought the story is so far it's better than the first games. It's more interesting. I'm far more intrigued. Granted, I'm not very far into it, but from everything I've read reviews, this game has an infinitely better story than the first game. Which is not a... Did Ryer just die? This game has an infinitely better story than the first game is what I've heard, which so far that tracks. And the gameplay is also... Oh. But also, as much as I love the Souls games, they are amazing games. I've always had the opinion that the first Dragon's Dogma had way more fun and compelling gameplay than any of the Souls games that I have played up until this point. That might have changed. So if I were to compare Dragon's Dogma 1 to the Souls games that I've played so far, I would probably say... I've played all the Souls games. I don't know why I'm saying so far. I would say Dragon's Dogma 1 is better than Dark Souls 1 and 2 for sure. Gameplay-wise, it's better than Demon Souls, but I like the feel and world and aesthetic of Demon Souls a lot. But gameplay's definitely better. Gameplay's...
Found the material.
Bloodborne, I can go either way
I'm sure we'll
because
find a purpose for it in due time.
I do really like Bloodborne. It's one of my... It's another one of my favorite games. I will say that the only Souls game that I will straight up be like, yes, for sure, 100% has better gameplay than Dragon's Dogma 1 is there another enemy in here we're supposed to be fighting? Is Elden Ring, Sekiro, and Dark Souls 3, I would say. But Dragon's Dogma 2 so far, I'm like, yeah, this is way better gameplay than all of the Souls games except maybe Sekiro. I really enjoy Sekiro's gameplay, but it's still not my favorite Souls game by any means. No. I have many Souls games I like better than Sekiro. Sekiro's not even really a Souls game, let's be real. Hunter's Bow.
Let me get that.
Is that better than what Remy's currently got? It is not. But yeah, I really enjoy the Souls game. Like, and don't get me wrong, the Souls games are in my top probably 5, not even 10 video game franchises of all time. It's just some of the other games in that franchise list. And as an... Oh my god, that's so satisfying. But so far, gameplay-wise, I am vastly preferring this to the Souls games. Also, I like the aesthetic and the lore... Not the lore, the aesthetic... Honestly, yeah, Dragon's Dogma has great lore. And that's one thing I liked about the first Dragon's Dogma better than the Souls games personally, is that it has great lore and a solid story.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
Yeah, we're going to come back here
yes.
later.
That sounds familiar.
But so far, Dragon's Dogma 2, I'm liking a lot more gameplay-wise than like most of the Souls games. Gameplay-wise. We'll see on story and lore. I'd say Dragon's Dogma is up there with Dark Souls above Bloodborne, because Bloodborne is probably, weirdly to say, the least imaginative game by Miyazaki, because it's just Lovecraft. It's just Lovecraft. Which also, I love how people have taken Lovecraft's works, a frankly not that good writer and horrible human being, and made everything he wrote better by making the cool things he came up with and just putting them in better stories. I will say Bloodborne has a better story than any Lovecraft book, because Lovecraft's books are just so fucking bad. He's also a terrible, terrible person. And not like, it's not close either. Like some people are like, oh, well, there's things you don't know, it was different times. I don't care if it was different times. He's a bad person. Is that a Minotaur over there? Yeah, let's go fight that Minotaur real quick. And then go to that camp. Oh, that hurt. Get it.
With me, Wulf. Wait right there.
Get him. This Minotaur fight, I like these Minotaurs. I'm glad they added bosses into the
My
game.
magic's drawn to you in an eventful
This restores stamina. Get him. Okay. But pay attention to this fight. Ow! Oh, fuck me! Got him. Got him again. Oh, he didn't fall. Get up! And as Jacksepticeye would say, get in the ground! I have been watching The Adventures of Bonk lately. I love Bonk. I missed that entirely, didn't I? Okay. Thanks, Blair. Got him. Kill him. Got him. Get in the ground! Wulfrun and Bonk would be friends.
So close a call offers no solace in victory. What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversity. Goblins, master!
Get him. But yeah, that's my hot take, is that the Souls games have great gameplay, but the Dragon's Dogma games have way more fun gameplay, and also way more variety in their gameplay. I don't think anyone's questioning the variety aspect. But I like how wielding a big sword in this game doesn't completely make you debilitated, but also makes you feel like a badass. I need to... But it makes you feel like you're slow, but you're also way more durable. Versus in the Souls games, no matter how much armor you do, where unless you face tank, you're just fucked. Like speed-wise. And like even with armor, like you're not taking as many hits as a warrior in this game is. Like if I was a ranged, or if I was like an archer, I would not be taking hits like I am. But that's the point, you're not supposed to be. The warrior is supposed to be taking the hits. And I like that better than what the Souls games do, where it's like, yeah, everything kind of like, the more points you have, it doesn't matter your playstyle for PvE.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
For PvP, it fucking matters, but not for PvE. But I don't think the Souls games for PvP. The Souls PvP is kind of meh. Now granted, I'm saying all this, I love the Souls games. They're some of my favorite games ever. But so far, I have had more fun playing this game than I have any game in a long time that's an action game. I'm probably not going to like it better than Baldur's Gate 3 because I like good stories better than good gameplay. For all I know, this game's story could surprise me, but right now I'm seeing a pretty solid story with amazing gameplay. Versus in Baldur's Gate 3, it was the opposite. It was good gameplay with an amazing, like, incomprehensibly good story. Killed that bitch. And that's really the difference, is like, I would rather play a game with an amazing story to experience the story, right? And and play it multiple times for the different story options. And a game with amazing gameplay, it could be my favorite game of all time, which Dragon's Dogma 1 was in my top 10, but I have a feeling Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to replace it.
Now then, which way?
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. The chance you'd like to see it.
Maybe. But yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2 so far, phenomenal game that I have been loving a lot. We'll have to see if the gameplay is as good as... Well, the gameplay is better than Dragon's Dogma 1. Like, that's just not even a question at this point. But we'll have to see if the story can captivate me the same way the Baldur's Gate or other video games can. Probably, frankly, not.
I will protect you.
Oh, is it lighting? Did it just burn up some of the grass? That's cool. Yeah, this game's good. But storyline game-wise, you guys might be wondering, what are my favorite story-based games? I can tell you now, it's probably not a JRPG. JRPGs, in my opinion, have the most lukewarm, basic stories, frankly. And I am actually very disappointed with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII Remake I couldn't put down when it first came out. I was like, I cannot put this game down, because I thought that it was the best action RPG, which generally, funny enough, I do prefer action RPGs to turn-based when it comes to video games, that Final Fantasy had made yet. And I was like, oh, this is the future of Final Fantasy. This is great. Oh,
That
fucking...
strategy never would have occurred to me. Truly?
And it's just not at all. Like, even my... And that's because there's this nifty little game that came out last year, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise, called Final Fantasy 16. And it is the best Final Fantasy I have played since 10. And it is better than the original 7, or 8, or 9. In multiple ways. And what ways are those, you might be asking? Well, the story was better, because, you know, it was a Final Fantasy game with a good story for once, because Final Fantasy games tend to play it safe with their stories and are kind of meh, and people, oh, well, just because they're not rated M and they're not as hardcore as some other game stories like Dragon Age or The Witcher and stuff, doesn't mean they're not good. You're right, you can make a T for teen game with a good story. Square Enix apparently can't. And before any of you come at me and go, oh, you said no JRPGs, but you love the Nier games. And I'm like, I didn't say no JRPGs. And also, the Nier games are JRPGs in the most, like, offhanded, like, kinda, sorta way possible. And I know somebody in the chat's like, you're playing a JRPG right now. No, I'm not.
Freshly rested as we are.
The Souls games and Dragon's Dogma are not JRPGs. So, there's a common thing that people say, oh, well, JRPG just means you go RPG made in Japan. No, it doesn't. That's what it meant originally. But now, that's not what it means at all.
My wares. You shan't regret it.
I already have all that.
Hope to see you again ere long.
And it's like, no. Drakengard 2, and Drakengard 3 are not really JRPGs by the definition of JRPGs. A JRPG is like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VII, Grandia. They have a distinct vibe and aesthetic to them that the Nier and Drakengard games do not have. They are not JRPGs. Am I saying all JRPGs are bad? Absolutely not. There's some amazing JRPGs out there. Example, the Grandia games. Breath of Fire. All the Breath of Fire games are phenomenal. Fire Emblem is one of my favorite video game series of all time, and it's as JRPG can get. Granted, the best ones are Radiant Dawn and Three Houses, and I will hear no argument on that. But once again, that's because I care more about the story than the gameplay. And I love the gameplay in Fire Emblem games, but the story is what I care about. And frankly, most Fire Emblem games have a pretty trash story. But the gameplay's fun enough to keep me invested. Like, I'll play Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. It's a good game. The story is bare bones, generic fantasy bullshit, which is fine in a good game. In a good game, that kind of shit's fine. So far, this game is not bare bones fantasy bullshit like I've seen some people say. It's not. It feels very much like D&D, which a lot of people now, frankly, lately have been equating to bare bones fantasy bullshit, which it's not. Am I the biggest fan of the Dungeons and Dragons world? I mean, I like it. But I don't think it's the best.
I grant you lightning's fangs.
Like, I personally think that my homebrew world is better written than Faerun. How could you say that Faerun has so much lore? Amount of lore does not equate to good lore. I saw a dude on TikTok who got kind of popular talking about Baldur's Gate 3, like, and facts about Faerun and lore and stuff, and it was like, oh, cool. And I followed him until he made a video saying, oh, yeah, your homebrew game? Yeah, I'll pass, bro. I don't care how good of a DM you are. There is nobody who can write a better world than Wizards of the Coast has over the last 40 years. And he said, including Matthew Mercer and Brandon Lee Mulligan. And I was like, that's where you're wrong.
We should be able to move this
Like,
border with our combined might.
Exandria is just better written than Faerun. That's because Matt Mercer is a much smarter man than most people working at Wizards of the Coast. Sorry, not sorry.
Rest assured, Master, you'll hear nary an idle word.
No. But, anywho. But it's not to say it's a bad thing. Like, if you love Faerun, love Faerun. I have gone on so many tangents in this video, but hey, I guess that's better than me silently just walking around commenting on the scenery. And you guys probably like my random tangents, and you're going to get a lot more of them in a game like this. That's a griffin.
An astounding discovery.
Than you would have in a...
Good on you for being so observant.
Things like Baldur's Gate 3, for obvious reasons. There's a Seepin Cyclops. Or is he dead? Anywho. I've been going the right way at this point. Yeah, I still am. Anyway. I was on a point. But some of my favorite... Right, I was going to talk about some of my favorite story-driven RPGs, and I want to reiterate the point. Dragon's Dogma 2 is not a JRPG, and neither is the first one. Neither are any of the Souls games. If you think they are, then you're just being a... Like, well, technically they're Japanese, that means they're JRPGs. No. It's not what JRPG means anymore. And if you think it is, then you are... You don't get nuance.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I am in your debt. Go on, take it. I'll not take no for...
What do you give me? Money? 900 gold. Cool. But yeah, no. So some of my favorite story-based games and gameplay-based. Gameplay and story mix, I'd say my favorite ones are like Dragon's Dogma 1, and if this game keeps going the way it is, Dragon's Dogma 2, Nier Automata. By gameplay, I mean like action gameplay. Baldur's Gate 3 for regular gameplay. Dragon Age Inquisition for gameplay and story. The Mass Effect games, even though I'm not usually a fan of shooters. Obviously the Souls games. Games like Darksiders and stuff like that. Because not every story-driven game, not every game with a good story is an RPG. I've seen someone say like, oh, if it's not an RPG, then the story's probably like meh at best. I'm like, that's not true. Some of the best story-driven games in the last like 5 years are not RPGs. Exhibit A. Well, honestly, Final Fantasy 16 is barely an RPG. I would honestly call that an action-adventure game more than an RPG. But that wasn't the game I was going to... The Last of Us 1. Last of Us 2 is okay. Ghost of Tsushima is one of the best video games ever created, and it's not an RPG. It's not.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
It's just not an RPG.
Certainly tired.
Oh, but it has like a weapon. It has like armor crafting, and you can change it. Just because you can change things does not make a game an RPG. Just because you can have a build does not make a game an RPG. Does that make Devil May Cry an RPG? No. Devil May Cry, another one. The God of War games. Mwah. The Spider-Man games had very good stories and gameplay. But my favorite RPGs are definitely the Dragon Age games, for sure. Dragon Age Origins is probably my favorite game of all time. It's between that and Baldur's Gate 3 at this point. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Neverwinter Nights. Neverwinter Nights is a great one. Bonk. Too many games to name off the top of my head. Hell, I even like the Warriors games sometimes, and those games have the worst combat ever, but the stories are okay. Warriors games don't have the worst combat ever. They kind of do. Anyway, we're back to this, but I'd say, like, if you're going to compare and obviously we can't forget the Divinity games, Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, and I'm so old that I go, oh, no, Divinity Eco Draconis, and Divinity Dragon Commander, which are both very fun games with good stories. That's one thing Larian just does much better than most other games, is their story. Their plots are so good. Divinity Original Sin 2, the characters and story might be as good as Baldur's Gate 3. What really holds it back is Baldur's Gate 3 just has way better gameplay, and obviously, that's what I'm looking for. The presentation is way better. But Divinity Original Sin 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and so is Dragon Age Origins. Which, if you have playing Baldur's Gate 3, you played Baldur's Gate 3, and you need a new RPG to play, my friend here on YouTube, Basic Wit Girl, yeah, I know she has way more subscribers than me. It's kind of funny that we're friends. But we're TikTok mutuals, actually, funny enough. But she is playing through the Mass Effect trilogy right now. I actually think she should have, and I think anyone playing Baldur's Gate 3 and really having a good time with it should go to either Divinity Original Sin 2 or Dragon Age Origins is their next game. Just because those are the best examples of game like Baldur's Gate 3 that is not Baldur's Gate 3.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
He fell to the brine. The brine's trying to get me, but they didn't. Haha! The brine didn't get me. They almost did. That was kind of cool. I kind of like that you can knock powerful enemies just off the thing and then the brine kills them into the water. But I also kind of hate that too. Oh, Gobos.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Hi,
My
mage.
curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
Okay, we did it. Oh, we moved it over here. But yeah, if you like Baldur's Gate 3, and I know we're talking about this a lot in a Dragon's Dogma video, but if you like games like Baldur's Gate 3, or if you've never played anything like Baldur's Gate 3 before, but you really enjoyed it, I'd highly recommend... If I had to say which one I'd recommend first, I'd recommend Divinity Originals. If you want... It depends. If you want a game that plays more like Baldur's Gate 3, because if the gameplay is what you're going for, I'd say Divinity Original Sin 2. Because the story's great, but the presentation is just kind of mid on the story. The presentation is meh at best. The story's great, the characters are great, the environments look good. It's a great looking game. The presentation is... It's all top down. There's not really any cutscenes like there are in Baldur's Gate 3. But if you love Baldur's Gate 3's... But if you really like the way Larian writes their stories, give Divinity Original Sin 2 a shot. if you prefer the way the story was handled more and don't really care as much for the gameplay, and actually if you want less turn-based, more action-based gameplay, I'd recommend Dragon Age Origins. Between the two, I like Dragon Age Origins better as a game than Divinity Original Sin 2, but that's a very close. In fact, after I finish Dragon's Dogma 2, I'm probably going to do a poll. Which game do y'all want me to play next? Divinity Original Sin 2 or all the Dragon Age games?
A chance to recover our strength would be...
The difference is, if I start with all the Dragon Age games, I probably won't play Divinity Original Sin 2 until after I finish all the Dragon Age games. First, if I do Divinity Original Sin 2, I will do that, and then Dragon Age. I like when you get that jump attack, sometimes it just insta-kills them. We're just doing a lot of exploring in this episode. Oh, Griffin. You know what? Let's fucking try. Oh, that did like no fucking damage. Let's try. We killed enemies with almost as much health. The Minotaurs only have one left. We're gonna try, and if it fails miserably, then we'll just fuck right off.
Focus. A moment of the decision to spill our deep.
At last, it all becomes clear.
Oh, the Griffin fights are so good in this game. Yeah, D&D says this is a CR4 creature. Bullshit. Look at that beautiful fucking thing. This is not a CR4 creature. A Griffin? That's why I make my own Griffin stat blocks that are extremely hard to beat. Okay. Can some of you knock it down, please? Get its head. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Get a second one. Oh god, get those wolves the fuck out of here. Wolves and goblins, fuck off!
Keep on like this, victory shall soon be ours.
Yeah, probably.
Break it on. Do not let down the
Get over here. Might as well kill the wolf.
For the arisen!
Where's the griffin? Oh, did it run away from me? Oh, you asshole. God damn it. Fucking griffin ran away. Oh, there's the capital. This was fun, though. I mean, if we hadn't gone back to the capital, I wouldn't... If we just wandered straight back to the capital, I wouldn't have been able to, bore the shit out of you guys with my, hours and hours of... Well, minutes and minutes of talking about games I like. And my hot take that the Souls games have great lore, but mid-story.
You cannot break it from this side.
Really now?
I'm just loving Dragon's Dogma, though. This game is amazing. Oh, it's so pretty! And my computer seems to be handling it a lot easier than it was before. I don't know what happened. Oh, did they patch it? I think there was a patch. Because a lot of people... Oh,
I've heard that
that was lag on my end.
despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us. Should the time...
Woohoo! Oh, we need a break. First thing we need to do is We need a couple new pawns. I like these pawns a lot, but we have the points, so we might as well do bigger pawns. Advanced pawn search level. Level 30 ought to be fine. Fighter and mage. Thief 2. See if we like. Well, see what we like from these. Sorry, Sam.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side.
Dismiss. You were great.
At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my ability.
Melina, of course. Of course it's Melina. Kimari. Kimari Ronso. Sorry, Briar.
My
You were...
talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession.
I really liked you as well. You were very helpful.
'Tis a pity we must part after sharing such a journey.
It was a long and great journey. Chuck, Hannah, Charlotte, Siegfried. Okay, he's kind of cool. That's a cool sword. Lucian, Ralphin. See a Beastren? I like having a Beastren fighter.
Very well. I shall lend you my aid. Let us work together to honor the...
I like him. None of these spellcasters are higher level. Edda?
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in. Please dispense with the formalities that...
Cool. Okay, I like this team. For now. Leave the rift. Got us a team.
has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of
Yeah, they're
it.
gonna say that every time until that
Apparently,
happens, right?
There is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence. And in the end, we turn our backs on our master and our duty.
That's
How terrible.
worrying.
We shall have to be alert for
That's the one.
signs of it. We must rest.
Yay, sleeps. Sorry. Oh god, that hurt. Okay, RC received. Oh, sweet! Yeah! Someone really liked her.
'Tis a perilous journey I've had.
Oh, you fought a griffin.
Everyone?
Good job, Remy.
Off we go then.
Shall we get underway?
Yeah, we're gonna go the other way now. And we're gonna go talk to Ulrika.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
I kind of like Ralphin. I kind of like his voice. Where's this cart bound for?
This ox cart's bound for the chip. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
200 gold. Oh, this might be the wrong cart, but... Wait, hold on. Doze off. Where the fuck am I? Whoa! I didn't. This is a completely new town. I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet. So we're gonna.
Apologies, but I can't offer you.
There's a lot of guards here. Checkpoint West Town. Oh, this is the place on the Vermin Batal border. So let's go to the blacksmith. See if they have any new items. See if these people have better weapons and stuff than we would have. Then I doubt it. I like this little town. I'm kind of glad I discovered this early.
Well, there's always demand for weapons. But
Ooh, she is gonna have. Is that better? Oh, it is. 21,000 gold. Okay, hold on. We're gonna wait. Let's see what else they've got. Eye Crusher. Flamberge. Yeah. Oh, that's more his style.
particularly near the border where
yeah, and then we're gonna. Well, let's look at the armor first, actually. Malorian plate. Ooh, that's good. Intrepid scale. Oh, that looks so cool. That looks very barbarian. It's warrior only, too. It's Dominion armor. Fighter and Mystic Knight only? Can't tell what that really looks like. It's better. Okay, so this place has better gear in general. I need 300 more armor. Oh, that looks really cool. Vibes. Why did I have to come here? Only fighter, you say? Only warrior, you say? I like that. Okay, so what do I want? I gotta do a new sword. I like that because it's warrior exclusive. Is this fighter exclusive? It's technically better. It is just better. And he does wear... I do like my plate armor. It looks more barbarian-y. That looks more like paladin. You know what? Goodbye, half-plate armor. You were very helpful.
Do you come again?
Once I have more money, I will return to you.
Are heavier, and
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? It was stolen from me. What? It's no exaggeration. To be quite truthful, working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed unless.
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not?
Oh my god.
Tell me, In your comings and goings, he seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure. And if I may be candid, our craft is an item of precious importance to myself, and in my hour of need...
Why are they attacking him?
You will be rewarded handsomely.
It seems this jadeite orb is in high demand. 2 people have asked us to find it now, but only one of them can have it.
Interesting.
The decision is yours, Arisen. I trust in your judgment.
Okay, well, I'm glad we found this little town. And I can come back here at any time. I kind of want to come this way on my own eventually. But I need to get back to Harvard Village.
Apologies, but...
Why not? Wait till the Arx cart's ready for me, I guess. Okay, well, I guess I should go do mill.
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
They're just attacking that guy. Yeah, no. We're gonna doze off. That's not my business. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Well, let's go talk to Homegirl. I don't even know what I'm going to title this episode. Maybe just Liberating Melv. That's the only thing of value it is.
A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling.
No, I need to get to Ulrica fast. It looks like.
I'll guide you there directly.
I know
Well,
we're.
sir. Forgive my presumption, but I thought so.
Oh, okay.
That girl's always. Now listen, 'tisn't mine.
Okay, discount. Nice. Yeah, I helped his daughter out. Why not? Feels good to be in heavy armor, actually.
Good tidings. As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to.
Oh.
Methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond. I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs. Well, friend, what say you? Sorry, I am to hear it.
Okay.
'Tis the dream of many to own a home.
Once I get enough money, I'll buy it from her, yeah. And that'll save me so much money in the long run. But for now, everyone, we are going to end this episode here, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Dragon's Dogma 2. Thanks for watching, everyone.